Welcome, Hot Rod City residents. If you're not a resident and you want to be, just go down there and click the subscribe button. It's late, sort of. It's 9:40 at night. It's a Thursday. Apparently, somebody told a friend, and they told two friends, and they told two friends, and they told two friends. And now I have a lot of work to do by myself. Little Willie was here for about a week and a half, and he had to hightail it back. Here he is. So, the business has expanded enough to where I'm adding a second vehicle to my fleet. An actual useful vehicle, not just a show vehicle. Alright, so I bought a step van, which we'll kind of introduce, I guess, tomorrow when it's daylight. In order to put a motor in it, they pulled the passenger seat. Well, when I went to put it back in just a little while ago, it was still in the back. The whole pedestal and everything was in the back, and come to find out the seat itself was actually broken. What I'm going to do, I already changed the passenger seat. The reason why I'm not upholstering seats for this officially yet is because, one, I thought these were going to be some quick deals, and it kind of is, but it kind of like isn't. So anyway, and I already have a set of my seats ripped apart currently. One's done for the C60, better known as Little Nicky. So this is the seat that is currently resides in my step van. Well, it was. The passenger's been replaced. I'm going to replace this one now with, and I can actually buy this seat identical. It's like 40 bucks my cost in black. So this thing's old, it's hard. I'm not going to use it. It's 1988. I have about 20 of these things. It's got a divot. It's been sitting upside down on top of a heater. These are from 2004. I live kind of in the country, but we do have a public transportation. Like a buck, you can ride it all day kind of thing. So, it's got like foam grip here. And the only reason I'm kind of leaving this on here is because these whole seats like lean forward for access to the cab. So I'm swapping it out. In order to do this swap, I actually have to kind of halfway destroy the original. So I'm going to show you what I'm doing here. Alright, so the way I do this is I actually leave this attached. I lost my ratchet. First off, I'm going to turn these around actually. I'm going to move this one here and this one here. Reason being, so that way this, which you can't see, the slide that's supposed to go out like this in order to make it slide would be in the middle instead of on the outside. Just that way you don't catch your leg on it or anything like that. And then I'm going to take my wheel here and just cut right here, just on the outside of these rods. There's rods that run through here. So I can actually just cut the rods because I don't need them. And they actually have to rotate because I put this on the front of the other one. And I'm going to take two pieces of flat bar, 12 inches long, drill some holes in for that, and then we're rocking and rolling. It's pretty simple. So I'm going to switch this stuff around like I said. I flip-flopped this one around, bolted them down. Apparently this seat has had its share of issues. It had a mismatched bolt bolting it down, and hold up. You can see that's where the bolt that's supposed to go there. I guess the threads are stripped out for some reason. I'm going to be using this flat bar. I got another piece up there. I'm going to go ahead and cut another 12-inch piece and measure for the hole, to drill the holes. We'll get them drilled, bolted to the seat, and we'll carry over to the other shop just because it's where my welder is. So now just bolt the flat bar down. And when I sit this on here, I'll line it up with the top of the flat bar and then tack a weld. Then I can unbolt it, pull it off, clamp down the back, weld it, weld all the way around, send it. I'm going to take this over to the weld shop. Alright, so basic. That's it. I'm not going to paint it, mainly because I don't plan to keep this. In all honesty, like I said, I'm just doing this because the one seat was broke and the other one was very uncomfortable, and I didn't, you know, I still want them to match. So